Hello guys, myself Amrita. Welcome back to our channel Techno Sage, and in this video we'll be solving problem number 142, that is linked list cycle 2. So let's first understand the problem. Given the head of a linked list, return the node where the cycle begins. If there is no cycle, return null. So basically we have been given one singly linked list and we need to check if there is a cycle in it, and if there is a cycle we need to return the node from where the cycle begins. If there is no cycle we need to return null. So let's understand how we are going to solve this problem. So before understanding the cycle of a linked list, you should know how linked list works. Linked list is a data structure in which we have nodes. Each element is a node which has two parts. Let's say this is node 1, node 2, node 3. Each element is called as a node, and each element has two parts. One is your data part and another one is your link to the next node, right? So basically this node is pointing to this node, node 2 is pointing to node 3, and node 3 is pointing to null, right? Because there is no element after it. So now if you have to check whether a particular linked list has a cycle. Cycle means it has a loop in it. So when a linked list has a cycle, that means this link is not pointing to null. Instead, this node is pointing to some other node in the list. That means this element can be reached again by moving your next pointer. So in the example you can see, let's say we have been given 4 elements, 3, 2, 0 and -4, right? 3 is pointing to 2, 2 is pointing to 0, 0 is pointing to -4 and -4 is again pointing to 2. If -4 is pointing to 2 instead of null, that means there is a cycle in it. And if there is a cycle in it, we need to return the index of this particular node, right? So let me write the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3. So your output should be index 1 because the starting of the cycle is node 1. So firstly, you should know how we check if a particular linked list has a cycle in it. So to check if a particular linked list has a cycle in it, we have an algorithm, that is hare and tortoise algorithm. So what this algorithm says, so this algorithm works on 2 pointers. One is slow pointer and another one is a fast pointer. So slow pointers take 1 step at a time and fast pointer take 2 steps at a time. And then next step of this algorithm says that if slow pointer is equals to fast pointer at any node, then that means there is a cycle in the linked list. And if there is no cycle, then slow will never be equals to fast. So when slow moves by 1 step, it reaches at index 1, right? And fast moves by 2 steps. So fast will reach at second index, right? Again slow will move by 1 step and fast has to move by 2 steps, right? 1 step goes by 1 step, it reaches here, but it has to move 2 steps. So -4 is pointing to 2, right? So fast will reach at index 1. Slow moves by 1 step again, slow reaches here, and fast has to again move by 2 steps. So when fast moves by 2 steps, fast will reach at the last index. So now slow and fast both meets at this particular node. So when slow is equal to fast, then that means there is a cycle in it, right? So if there is a cycle in it, we have to return the starting point of the cycle, right? So let's write the solution for it. So here you can see we have been given a singly linked list, and then this is our method which is detect cycle. Let's write the solution now. So we have to take 2 pointers which will be of list node type. One is a slow pointer which will initially be at head that means at 0 index, and another pointer is fast, which will also be at head. And then let's write our loop. So we'll be writing our loop till our fast pointer becomes null or fast is pointing to null. That means fast dot next is also not equal to null, because if either of this becomes null, then that means there can't be a cycle in it. So we have to move both the pointers. Slow will be moved by one step, which is slow dot next, and fast pointer will move by 2 steps, which would be dot next, dot next. So if both the pointers meet, that means if slow is equal to fast, then that means there is a cycle in it, right? So if we found that there is a cycle in it, we need to return the start index of the cycle. So how we are going to do that? So basically remember, our slow and fast pointers met at this position, right? So let me write the indexes here, 0, 1, 2 and 3, correct? So now we need to reset one pointer to the head of the list. Let's say if I reset this slow pointer to the head of the list, right? And then we have to move both the pointers. So these are the 2 steps to find the index, right? So how we have to find? Let's say reset slow pointer to the head of the list, right? And then move both the pointers by one step. Move both the pointers by one step. So basically these 2 are the steps to find the start index. So when you are resetting the slow pointer to the head, slow is now at 0th position, right? So when you move slow by one step, slow will reach here, and then move fast also by one step. So fast, that means this index is pointing to 2, right? So fast will move by one step. So now again slow and fast met. So wherever your slow and fast met, that will be your index of the starting cycle. So we have to return that particular index, right? That is 1. So now let's write these steps also. So if slow is equal to fast, that means there is a cycle in it. So now what you need to do? You need to reset your slow to the head of the list, right? And once you reset, you need to write your loop while slow is not equal to fast. Till that point, you need to move both the pointers by one step, right? Slow dot next and fast also will be moved by one pointer. So now what would be your index? Index would be your either slow or fast, because both are at the same point, which is the starting index of the cycle, right? And if there is no cycle, what did they say in the problem? We need to return null. Now let's run the program and see the output. So we can see here the code is accepted, runtime is 0 milliseconds, and you can submit the code. So it is submitted successfully. So this is how we need to solve this problem. If you have any questions, any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, and please provide your valuable feedback in the comment section. Stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you so much for watching.